They're gonna
4,
deplete.
3,
They're gonna deplete
2,
because of the
1.
This is so
sad to watch.
sad.
37 minutes. 1 minute left here. How fast can you do an intermission phase? You can see they're already making their way towards the other side because they know which side is going to be the next intermission.
Yeah.
It alternates once you've seen the first one. So they get up there unbelievably quickly. They all just need to get there as fast as possible and then do the click as
Is the
quickly
hack-
as they can.
Is the hack doable in this time?
Zaylee actually going into a pod tender.
Oh, it's Grievous. You should do that.
AMZ, Click's already coming down as quickly as he can. Getting in range of Azalea for heals. Now he needs to go back up again, though.
But he dropped his port, I think.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't drop his port.
15 seconds here. Oh, the whole team hacking.
Oh, it's gonna be deplete.
Gingy going down.
No chance here. Oh, that's
Tragedy for Echo. They're gonna head back to the start of the dungeon here.
So, whenever we were
38
spitballing,
minutes down the drain.
whenever we were spitballing ways that Echo lose today, this is definitely one of them, right? Yeah.
Losing 40 minutes in Junkyard plus 37. That Keystone upgraded is absolutely the disaster case for Echo. That being said, they did have quite a lead coming into the day. Get that dungeon timed on their next attempt, they will still have a lead. That was one of the two dungeons that they lead the other teams by that has now gone the other way. It's worth noting Shishu Gaming has also had some resets in their Junkyard, so they are also still fairly far behind Echo. But Ambition and Monka, I would say, are now catching up. If Ambition can finish off that lower there, both Ambition and Monka I would describe as one dungeon behind Echo now.
Dude, the Warlock is so, like, they actually save Infernal for this phase. Monka do. And so then the Warlock just solos 2 of the Guardian images at once. That's so cool.
Yeah, Maystein just popping off here on those damage numbers.
He has so many globals he has to get off. So he has to have it, the bird. He has to apply tongues to all of the birds. He's gonna off global kick something with his pet. In addition to that, then he's gonna drop his Infernal and then press Soul Rot. And that's before he presses any damage button.
Yeah, you have definitely a lot of responsibilities there. Also has to maintain tongues on the boss himself.
Why do you keep asking?
Most
You
jobs
always
that a
move the
Warlock has ever
boxes
done.
from
as far as I'm
here
concerned.
to there.
Honestly, real,
Very
really and
hard to
true.
get them to do anything other than just cast Chaos Bolt. Lane of Fire.
Really and true. Alright, he's soloing this. He's gonna port. Oh, good. Oh,
no
it
port
cancel
needed.
by the Flame Wreath.
Watch your
cancel by the
step.
Flame
That
Wreath.
play You'd slightly rather have
So-
Maystein get targeted. Crim's using Alter Time here at full.
So Crims is always the preferred target, right? It's always like, it's always the Warlock and the Mage. Those are your 2 preferred targets for this Flame Wreath every single time. Mode is actually not that bad. RX is like the target that you wanted on the least, I think.
Yeah, RX you can see is playing a tenacity pet, so does have a bit of extra health and a defense blade.
Not a real defensive.
Yeah, surviving with this a 3% DR on a 27-minute cooldown.
That's a 20% DR.
Ah, okay. It is on a 27-minute cooldown, though, I'm pretty sure.
It's 8-second duration on a 27-minute cooldown.
Yes. Grim is actually getting hit by that Inferno Bolt. Last second there, ends up getting hit anyways. Had to commit Ice Block.
I think you're fine. I think you're
Watch
fine
your
with the block
step.
there. Like, he still has Mel. Look at this. So, Mode, Crims, and RX are all playing Mel. And so they do, all 3 of them, so Crims and Mode still have Meld if they do get targeted later on. So, it's unfortunate that he got hit and had to commit block, but it's probably fine.
Looks like Curse of Tongues is not even something that Maystein has to do on these Guardian images.
Well, he's not gonna put it on the main target that they're killing because
Okay,
they're
just the other 2?
they're just rotationally kicking it. He would apply tongues to the other one. If we could even like shift the, if somehow we could shift the camera, you'll see that it's on the far one even.
Take your word for it, for sure.
I promise it's good.
I saw it when we came out there, yeah. Very briefly was visible. JWD comes back out, instantly gets the Curse of Tongues again, and yeah, Warlock utility. Really good on this fight. This fight where there's a lot of
Echo.
effects that shine.
Yeah. Resto Shaman, my favorite.
Ooh, not a bad one either. Look at Echo's positioning here. They're all standing on this little pipe in their 7 Junkyard again. This means that when Toxicon drops the Griffin to the input machine, they're gonna get that cancelled by the pipe. System in their way. So all the Clothies get to stand back here. You can do this on on the fence as well. But Echo's not.
I like the pipe. One of the big things that you need to know if you're actually doing the strategy is like the position relative to the like toxic monstrosity does matter. You want to tank it a little bit further away. You want to tank it like basically where now is tanking it here. If you tank it too close, then they'll start getting sucked in by that green circle. But if it's in a weird position, you can actually get ripped off the pipe.
Now going down for Echo, that's going to be a
Oh,
reset
God,
event.
yep.
Yes, here, yep, everybody is instantly running in. Another 3
I-
minutes down the drain, not the end of the world. That was a tenth as bad as their deplete at the end of the dungeon, but still, not good for Echo.
We are in a position where any tank, like you were doing dungeons at a level where any tank death is likely to cause you to wipe, and more often than not end up forcing you to zone out of the gate. Nerf escaping death there with that wraith walk, that was very, very scary.
Yeah, he doesn't have that debuff on him for the gateway, so he will have that available for shared suffering if they need. See how they decide to handle the next shared suffering here. Azuna putting Rune of Power down fairly close. Azuna's going to run into Ice Block, and Nerf is going to last second gateway. That shared suffering is going to hit Azuna. As long as it hits at least one target, it won't recap, for at least a while. But Azuna is immune, so he doesn't get killed by it. And Nerf took that gateway to not get hit by it at all.
Okay, I mean Ambition, they're looking like they're in a position where they are going to time this gate. We haven't been talking about them too much today because there's been some other runs that have been a bit crazier, but I mean this 32 Tyrannical lower Karazhan is not something to stop at. They do get Oxygen down. Now they just have to deal with Midnight. This is a pretty free point for the dungeon. They have 4 battle misses, man. They have had a great run here.
Yeah, they're sitting on 16 stacks of Shrouded. They'll be grabbing another 1 or 2.
So,
for
their
the
timer,
dungeon.
their timer's not great, but they only have to get 7%. Not even 7%. They have to get a little bit less than 7% enemy forces. So they only have like 1 or 2 more pulls. Maybe it's just 1 more pull if I had to guess before being able to fight Maiden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they don't do the spider activity that we know Echo does in this dungeon. So that is a very scary pull that Ambition
Yeah.
do not have to do. But like you said, the timer isn't fantastic for them. They're 36 minutes out of 42 here.
Yeah.
Let's get the trash done in the next 2.5 minutes. Time for that, but not that much room for error.
So Echo finished their 32 and 40. So I mean, it seems like there's precedence for Ambition to be kind of close to that timer.
Yeah. Monko pulling Mana Devour on their plus 30, sending that Bloodlust right on goal. Some people like to wait until they get some of those buff or debuff stacks, but I think sending it on goal would make a lot of sense. Generally, it's only going to be Skylark who gets to hold on to that unstable power.
Yeah, I think you'd rather sit it with all of your offensive CDs than Skylark's unstable power, because Skylark is going to be getting like the second PI of this fight.
Yeah.
And so, like in reality, he doesn't necessarily need Lust plus the PI. And in addition to that, I'm pretty sure sending it whenever your DPS players don't have offensive CDs just doesn't make too much sense. Although they are playing around like a lot of 2 minutes. Like Wilfred's for Locke gets their Vernal and single target around that 2-minute mark. They also have Coordinated Assault plus
Wow,
Wild
Skylark
Spirits.
is actually depositing his unstable energy there. Gave it all back. Not interested in the damage and the damage.
Formation
I think
now.
it makes sense for him to be giving the first stack back and then to just hold for the remainder of the fight, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some tanks just keep them all, but that is very scary. Skylark already taking a Guardian Spirit here, playing right near that Energy Void, and again is going to deposit. Not interested in holding on to all these stacks of unstable power.
I wonder what the reasoning is. Maybe on like this 30 level, it's just so hard to hold on to them for extended periods of time, but I feel like... Do you know why he would drop them off?
Yeah, I mean, it makes the fight longer but safer, right? As long as he can grab all the stacks and always drop them off, I mean, you kind of don't have an enrage on this fight, given that would be
He just AMS those.
Yeah, so it doesn't need to do any dropping off here. He's got a couple of stacks.
Dude, their boss energy, look at their Mana Devour mana. It's so chill. They're actually doing this fight perfectly. Even though Skylark's not doing 25 KDPS like some DKs can do on this fight, he is, I mean, he's very safe. So, I mean, they're looking really good here for the side of Monka. Oh god, those orbs are in a bad spot. Those might contact the boss. Okay, but RX commits the turtle, soaks all those orbs, and look at Mana Devour's mana, still very low. Things are looking great for Monka on this Mana Devour fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be maybe 30 seconds slower than if they went with a full aggressive DK soak and had that DK doing an extra 5,000 DPS. But even still, I mean, maybe that's only 15 seconds or so. And this has looked very clean out of them as well. So can't argue with the strategy that they're deploying here.
Yeah.
I wonder if that 2 chest is still on the table for them. I think they're trying to 28 minutes. Do you think they could get through chess event and Doom on a plus 30 in 8 minutes? I think probably not, right?
Let me go pull up their timers from the last run, and I'll tell you what their mana worm to into dungeon timer was. Obviously on a 28, it's a little bit different, but
Who dares challenge
then we
me?
know at least how much faster or slower they can be than that.
yeah.
Still
Hold on.
fine. Meanwhile, a little survey of what's going on across the place. Shishu Gaming in the bottom right are working on that 37. They've got actually a good run going here. The question is just, do they have enough time? They're quite a bit slower than Team Performance in the dungeon. And we know that bottom max split in particular is really impressive.
So they killed Mana Devour at 15:38 and finished the dungeon at 25:08. So it took them around 10 minutes on the 28
Okay, so
to go from Mana Devour to into
probably not
dungeon.
happening here with Mongo, the test of the plus 30, but to be fair, it didn't seem that realistic. They're gonna go through here and get at least the dungeon timer itself is looking very
Yeah.
good. The 2
There's still gonna be like
not seeming good.
we're gonna still be like 5 minutes under the timer, assuming that they don't end up losing too much time. There is ways that they lose more
Give 'em
time.
all you got.
So say like the king, like you can actually lose a decent amount of time with the king if the knight goes to an unkillable hex or something like that.
Yeah, definitely they've got the wiggle room here to do this
Yo,
safely and even with some inside the run for them.
is Ambition gonna time this key?
Let 'em have it,
Mission are working on
boys.
Maiden of Virtue. They have 100 seconds from here to deal with the last 40% of the boss's health. Even on the plus 32 Tyrannical, I think that is pretty safe.
Rapid fire.
They don't have Lust. They don't have any offensive CDs.
Give 'em all you got.
So they're going to get one more Combustion, one more Infernal, 0 more Coordinated Assault, one more Resonating Arrow, 0 more Power
I've
Fusion.
got my sights
So
on
maybe
you.
it'll start being a little bit close here. They only have
There should be-
6% of the boss HP though, and almost a minute. So we're looking
Let 'em have it,
They'll
boys.
probably be able to get this killed off with like 30 seconds. Maybe like 15 seconds to spare. It looks like they're fine, but man, this is a lot closer than I thought this 32 was going to be. It's good that they were able to get in here and only end up spending like 10 minutes on like a reset, but they were able to
Let 'em have it,
two-shot
boys.
this boss. Dungeon is very dangerous. It was really important for them to be able to get.
Yeah,
Still pretty scary.
the
Oh,
timer is definitely
got
going to be a
my
little bit
sights
closer.
on
They
you.
should have
Oh my
about
God.
10 seconds to spare.
Ooh, the shield
Do
is
that
close.
shield, yeah.
That shield was very
Let
close.
'em have it, boys.
Are they going to beat the next shield? If they can't do
Yes.
that, then they're going to deplete, right? That shield is
They're-
actually going to be the deplete timer for them.
They're almost surely going to beat the shield, but they still have Infernal rolling.
Rapid
5
they're-
seconds now.
Let's take
They're
this
fine- they're fine
down
on
to
this.
your level.
Oh boy.
Shading between onesie and Ellesmere. 5%
This is contingent on not having a
15
death.
seconds. Gotta drop that sacred ground off. They're getting cornered at the edge of the room here. One more holy shock. They're gonna milk this cast for all it's worth and then take it right at the end for the spell lock.
All right.
Comes Mass Repentance. Wow! Wow!
0.1 second before the timer. It does not get any closer than that.
Well, no, they actually
Okay.
they had 0.6 seconds, which was how rounding works for timers. But yes,
Oh, okay. I don't do round. I only pure math. But still, holy crap. That was very close. Definitely happy moment for Ambition to get that done with.
Jishu
that
Gaming
made it.
here, their Gava map split is going to be kind of sus after they get this boss killed off.
Yeah, so worth noting, okay, so we're looking at the Gabamac timer. Team
Yeah.
Performance, who are the only team who has beaten this dungeon at this level, had a Gabamac split of 25-45. Echo's run, which was looking good, and which had some wiggle room in it, they were able to get Gabamac done at 27 in their last step. GG Gaming here are going to be getting it done at 20 something. So it's still timeable, but it's going to require perfection out of them for the rest of the dungeon.
Dude, that ambition.
Yeah, that was great, Steve. That's gotta feel really good though, because they know they don't have to go back to lower game. They have no way to. 2 points. Just a dungeon behind Echo.
I mean, with Echo's problems in jungle, Azalea in a pod right now. Azalea's dead. This is the opening that Ambition and Monka both need. Echo's spending so much time in jungle 37. This is now this is gonna be their third or fourth reset of this dungeon. This is how Monka and Ambition come back into the day. Look at this Ambition in the bottom right. They've already started into Gambit. They're trying to claw back some more points.
Yeah, Gambit is a cool call
Okay, maybe it's
from
streets.
Ambition. I saw them
They're zoning
putting
out.
out Gambit, but yeah, they are rezoning, so maybe it is actually the streets they wanted. Okay, we'll see what they start when they actually get a dungeon going. Meanwhile, Shishu Gaming timer right here. They have 3 trash pulls.
Okay.
They're 81% count, so they maybe only have 2 trash pulls. Maybe they don't need to do that.
Yeah. I think they may not have to do that patrol. I think it may just be the coil bear pull and then the chicken at the top of the hill. They may have actually done the patrol already.
So given that, I actually think their timer is looking like they have probably 30 seconds to spare.
Is there a world where teams just decide they want to try to win this thing without doing the 37-yard?
Raccoon!
Echo is the only team that could make that call, I think. They still could if they wanted to, but everybody else needs to turn their 35 into 37, I think, just to get those 2 points.
I would not feel comfortable if I was Echo not having a 37-yard though.
I mean, yeah, that's the problem with that is like you need to be winning in 2 other dungeons. They are winning in 2 other dungeons right now relative to the field, but that is something you can't rely on staying true. But you're working on other dungeons doing the same thing, right? Town Portal actually coming out from Echo. I wonder what the call is being made here. Maybe they are taking the junkyard for now.
Monka in the bottom left, like they've just been chugging away all day. Like they only have to do this dungeon probably one more time. They need to slam this on a 31, and then they're probably able to get out of here and go back into like the streets or go and get some. They need to do 37 junkyard, yeah, something like that. Like they're able to get this dungeon done on a 31 and be like, all right, it's time for us to get out of here. And so they're doing a great job of just making the most use of their time. And they should be done with this upper Karas by like an hour and a half into the day, giving them 3.5 hours plus overtime to be able to improve their scores.
Yeah, maybe what's going on is the teams have decided that the 37 junkyard is just turbo mega hard. And so, if you actually save it to be the last thing you do during the day, like the last, you can wait and see if you actually need to go for the 37, or if you could just get the 36, which is much safer than 37.
Another one!
Dude, if Jishu times this though, like if Jishu times this is how they get back into the game. Assuming that like, because then it pressures basically every other team to like go and do that 37. Yeah. So it's not just the tiebreaker, but it's just the fact that Jishu have proven that it is again doable, and like other teams are going to feel pressured to have to put that time. Because if you have a dungeon that's just uncontested, like your odds of being able to win just go up so dramatically.
And especially if it's a junkyard, it is so good because our first tiebreaker, if teams have the same score, is who has the highest level key. Well, that's going to be who has the best junkyard. So, GG Gaming to claim that throne, that would be extremely valuable for them.
What do we say? 6 minutes?
30. Yeah, the last boss, I don't think it's 6 full. I think you could do it in 5.5, but it is not much less than that where I would be comfortable pulling the boss.
You got Jishu Gaming, they're getting the last little bit of trash dealt with here. They have that cavalry. Once they kill that cavalry off, they're going to keep that renormalizer and take it in the boss. I mean, they're looking like they're going to have a 5.5 minutes. Let's see if the trend